Alrighty guys, welcome. Welcome TikTok. Welcome to you guys, hope you're well. And as always, YouTube, good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening. How are we, ladies and gents? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the final stream of the week. Big day ahead today, massive day with NFP obviously to come. The dog scratching on the door, wanting some attention. Big day to come with NFP to come later on into my session. That's 30 minutes into my session. So it could make for not so many opportunities until then. We'll see anyway. I'm not expecting all that much. I think the market's just going to be filling itself out prior to it. The forecast is to be more people claiming unemployment than the previous, but obviously that will remain to be seen. The unemployment rate is forecast to be as per the previous, so we'll see what comes out of all that later on, but be careful if you are trading into that. Also, just quickly guys, analysis that I sent into the Discord group for the end of day pre-Asian session. Analysis was pretty much spot on both gold and GJ. Both would have given opportunities. GJ more recently, I was not on the charts for it, I was in the car. Took a cheeky little gold sell earlier today, which I was talking about in the Discord, which ended up being a nice quick win. Fortunately, I wasn't really in a position where I could watch it, so I didn't really hold on too long. I held on for 15 pips and just closed the whole thing at full TP. But I will go over that shortly. And as always guys, what we will do is do the analysis on GJ, gold, try to get GU in there, maybe NAS at some point. In the meantime, if you could hit the like button, it'd be much appreciated. Guys, in a TikTok, if you could smash that screen, apparently that helps, so that would be much appreciated. And we'll get started with the analysis as per the usual guys. All right, so looking at GJ, if anyone has questions or any charts you'd like to send in, please feel free to do so. And we'll start with GJ as always and starting the weekly time frame, and that candle is very strong bearish candle. We've got bearish engulfing candle currently on the weekly. So once again, what this suggests to me is you're looking to see where when we go down to the 4-hour and also the M30 time frame, where we could potentially pull back to within the candle to potentially reject and head back in line with the current weekly candle, or where have we formed support for us to head back down towards and retest it to see if we're going to pop below it to create a lower low, or potentially potentially push the weekly back up a little bit to create a deeper pullback. Onto the daily. So the daily structure itself still remains bullish. What we do have is counter probabilities to the downside. So just based off that, there is high probability we will continue to the downside. We do have some room to the downside based off the daily time frame. You'd be looking at around that 197.80 sort of region. So there's definitely going to be room below the current daily candles low. I'm not going to mark anything just yet. Wait till we go down to 4-hour. Obviously now we're on the 4-hour. Starts marking some levels of support and resistance. So we can see we're still technically bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Most recent pullback, we created a lower high. We now got, again, looks like on the 4-hour we've got some pretty clean traffic down towards that 197.80 sort of level. So I'm just going to mark in that support. I'm going to mark in the most recent resistance, which is at the current daily candles high. And now, having said that, looking at the daily, so we have a high, lower low, lower high to the previous. If we were to continue bearish, really have no real need to pull back up and break our own high. If we do so, looks like we've got some pretty clean traffic to the left on the 4-hour. And it's good opportunity for us to probably get a buy back up towards that 199.80 sort of level. Onto the M30, and that still remains bearish as well. Exact same level as the 4-hour, or that's where it will flip at this rate. So we're still technically bearish on the M30 as well. We've just broken through some levels of minor support. We've tapped into another level just here. I'm just going to mark that in for the time being. So it's a level that we're currently respecting. We do close bullish in the next 18.5 minutes. I'll just drag it across the most recent candle and use that as the minor support. So what we can see within the current daily candle, like I mentioned, lower low, lower high to the previous. We've created that lower low in the M30 structure, create that lower high. So if we were to continue bearish, pull back now and be expecting it to create another lower high, or I'd want it to remain below that 199.40, the current daily candles low. I can look for potential sells upon the pullback if that was to be the case. Now, if on the other hand, if we begin to consolidate at the current level like so, and then begin to break below that support come London Open, I would also look for potential sell upon continuation in anticipation that we're going to confirm at that point that we'll make a lower low. We do have clean traffic to the left, a little bit of minor support here around that 198.30, but I feel if we've got the momentum, we've got the volume, we've got candles trending, we've got the daily candle trending, we've got the 30-minute structure trending lower highs, lower lows, so it would likely give us an option to take a sell upon continuation below the current daily low down towards that 197.80. So sells back below the resistance upon that pullback, sells below current daily candles low, and I'm not going to be chasing buys for the time being, so that should be sells, not buys. Apologies guys. Buys for me will have to come upon structure flipping bullish. It's a long way off, so I'm not even going to bother putting buys in just yet. Again, being a Friday, I'd rather play on the side of the weekly candle, which is to the downside. Also trade with the bias, which is also currently to the downside, so that is what I'll be doing, looking for sell options on GJ moving forward. So hopefully that is understood. Make sure, once again, hit the like button. Let others know we are on stream. And we can now look at gold. So gold, the analysis for the Asian session played out pretty much to a T. As did GJ, to be honest. Both charts were sent in very early my time, so very late in the evening for most of you over in the UK. And there were options on obviously both GJ and gold. But nonetheless, let's take a look at what we've got moving forward on the gold. So weekly, bullish engulfing candle. So it's a very strong bullish candle. Once again, where could we potentially pull back to? That's what we'll find out once we go down to the 4-hour and more so the 30-minute. Just going to mark in that previous weekly candles high, see what we've got at that level. On to the daily, and that is that resistance we've broken out of yesterday. I've not yet retested it on the higher time frame. So structure wise, we are bullish, and we've got a nice strong closure out of the consolidation. That previous resistance is likely going to line up with around the 50% of that previous daily candle, just a little bit below it. So based off that, we know there could be two potential levels that price could pull back to, the 50% of that previous daily candle, form a support above that level. See what we've got once again once we go down to the 4-hour and M30, where we could potentially look for our buy options, or back of that resistance we're broken out of on the daily time frame. Onto the 4-hour, and we flip structure it all. Like we have, so the 4-hour is bullish. I think it was bullish yesterday, I can't remember. So 4-hour is now bullish as well. Not yet formed resistance on the 4-hour at this point here. So I'm just marking in blue, but obviously it would be on the M30. All right, so that's our 4-hour range. We're approaching previous resistance here to the left as well, but there is potential for the 4-hour to come back down towards 23.56, which is just a little bit below that resistance and also below 50% of that previous daily candle. So how probable is that? Well, we'll have to wait and see, because it looks like we're approaching pretty solid level of support. So I'm just going to go out to the M30. I'm going to mark in a gray zone just here. All right, so what I would like to see on gold today is pretty much as per the analysis for the Asian session as well, the update screenshot sent in. So what we've done, we've broken through the previous daily candles high. We're now pulling back towards the current daily candles low. Now if we were to continue bullish, I would anticipate that buyers step back into the market, the support here around at 23.71, and defend that level. And I'd be looking for my callus in price action to look for a potential buy to take it back up. Now, so that's buys above. Now, if, however, we approach this current support, the current daily candles low, bounce off it, create a little bit of consolidation, only to start popping below it. At that point now, there's a high probability that we will continue to the downside. The daily would have grabbed liquidity from the upside, and seeing it's got the higher low, higher highs to the previous, it really has no need to pull back, break its own low, and break the support at that level. If it does so, I feel there's a higher probability it will pull back further into that previous daily candle. got a little bit of traffic here to the left though, a little bit of previous resistance over here, which price could bounce off. So I'd be quite conservative with the sells. I'd like to get to break even quite early and just see how it goes. But again, I want to trigger in some buys at this point. I don't want it to be coming from the high, just to melt, because at that point there, just got to consider it would have come from about 180 pips away just to trigger you into a trade. I'd rather see a little bit of exhaustion, trigger in some buyers, grab some more liquidity, wipe those buyers out, start to pop below support if I was to trust the potential sell below that level. Otherwise, sells potentially upon a pullback, lower high, lower low, that type of thing. But at this rate, just going to mark in the levels that we're near, and what I'll be looking for. I'll worry about the upside later on if it does eventually pop back up. So that is the gold. Now hopefully that makes sense. Let me know, guys. TikTok, smash that little screen for me. Let others know that I am on stream. Fridays I generally start late. This is my first week on TikTok. It's been going really well. So yeah, appreciate you guys. And as always, guys on YouTube, you're all legends. So thank you one and all for joining. So we've got how long? 11.5 minutes until London Open. Let's quickly have a look at GU. GJ pulling back. This is all right. This is not a problem, because we could get ourselves from a little bit higher up. All right, so let's quickly look at GU. It looks the same mess as what it's been for God knows how long, to be honest. Absolute shit fight at the moment. That is dual barcodes, makes it very difficult, but nonetheless, weekly, strong bullish, high, 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 low. It's pulling back below previous weekly candle low, but I'd still consider it to be a strong bullish candle. Structure wise in the daily is bullish, but again, no momentum. There is just absolutely no volume in any move. There's no sustained move. It's just a slow trickle to the upside. Current candle inside bar candle, absolutely no volume whatsoever. Previous candle closed near its open, high, low, high, high. Very difficult price action. Can't really add any confluence from this mess. And the 4 hours is even worse. 4 hours is just pure consolidation. So what I'd be probably looking at on GU is wait for it to clear that 4 hour range completely. That's what I'd be doing. Probably adjust that a little bit, and now adjust this as well. And what I would say is anything in between is untradable. I will not bother with it because it's consolidation. What I'd rather see is price either pull up to the upside, nice clean move, reject, look for my sell options, or drop to the downside, respect support, nice clean move down, then look for my buy options. Irrespective of structure, I'd just be trading the range at the moment. It is just range bound and it's consolidating right within the middle of it. Aside from that, buys above the high, but the weekly candles high will make sense. Sells below the support here at 1.27460 roughly would also make sense. And that is pretty much it. I'd just be trying to range or wait for price to leave the range. Very simple with GU today. So I'll just quickly put it in if anyone is interested, because I know someone will be bound to ask about it later on. And quickly, last step. There we go. That's it, guys. So that is GU. All right, focus. You know what? I'm not even bothered with NAVs unless someone really wants me to do it, because NFP, I wouldn't be trading it. Focus right now. Well, GJ's got a lot of volume, which is good. Likely going to be GJ at this rate. I'd rather gold come back down now to support. I don't yet, but Catalyst. Gold off the 15 looks better above that level there. 23.37. 7.815. That could be a potential option to buy above that level if we do pop above it, close above it. It's the most recent resistance formed on the move to the downside. Guys, look at this. Who's seeing what I'm seeing? Right there, and you would have got your easy TP1. Easy. So if you guys pay attention, again, these streams are purely for educational purposes. You could have learned something and you could have acted upon it. There's an interruption play just there. By the looks of it, it would have given you about 18 pips. You're looking at this bullish candle. More. Not around that 18. Just depends how it formed, but seeing the way it rejected, your minimum would have had TP1, 10 plus. So again, we learn. I hope you guys learn. I hope you pay attention when I do call these things. Had I been on the chart, I would have taken that. I'm sure I would have. Nice strong move. It's trending. Broken below support just here. That would have been a really nice entry, but all good. So I took a very risky entry, but it made perfect sense. What I did call out in the Asian session update was price to pop up at the open, reject a resistance to the left that we had further to the left. So all this consolidation area, it missed tapping into actual resistance by like a pip, but to me it was close enough. So what I do is this candle popped straight up, had a high, low, high, high. At that point there, I think if it comes back down and break low of the previous candle, likely just grab liquidity from that upside as per the analysis, and it's likely going to head back down. Yes, very risky because you're running into this support, but it had very little drawdown. It did actually tap into that level and bounce back up into like 3 pip drawdown, roughly 2-3 pip, and then it just melted, completely melted. So I closed the whole thing at 15, which was a good trade. So I was happy with that because that put me back into the blue for the week. It's been a quiet week, but it's been a challenging week. Probably my worst week in a while, to be honest, but back in the blue just, so I was happy with that. All right, who we got? Saxy, good morning to you. Guts, good morning to you. Dot, good morning to you. Kane, afternoon. Franco, good morning. Steve Dean, my YouTube member, how are you, brother? Hope you're well. Conspira, Goldie melted after strong bullish closure on fire. Never a dull moment with gold. Nah, there is not. It's just constantly moving, isn't it? Especially on a day like today with NFP to come. Carl left, good day to you. Ian, good morning to you. James, hope you're well, brother. Good to see you back in the chat. Lau, good morning to you. And to the guys on TikTok, I appreciate you. Thank you for all the new followers. And yeah, let's get this party started. Hit the like button so we have a few more on stream. Tell you what, guys, I am in a world of pain. My legs are absolutely killing me from 2 days ago. Workout destroyed them. My chest and my arms are killing me from yesterday. Decided I wanted to up the ante with the weights, got a little bit more bulk. Report, I put on about 1 kilo in 2 weeks, which is good. Build muscle, of course, nothing else. Well-oiled machine, as you guys know. I'm allowed to have a bit of a laugh, guys. The price you pay your world's toughest Forex. I'd love to do some content out of the gym. I just feel like an absolute knob videotaping myself because I know what people are thinking. You shouldn't really give a shit what people think, but I know what I think when I see others videotaping themselves. But it's a good way to go about it because it's a good way to also determine if you've got proper form as well. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I feel awkward, to be honest. People walk across and they've got a camera in their face or some shit. Should ask the manager of the gym. He's pretty cool. Sure, he'd be okay. I told him I'm gonna just do some recording stuff, chuck it on YouTube, give him a free plug. All right, who wants a Zoom link? You know what, guys? I might just chuck it into... actually... I'll just send out some YouTube links. Some Zoom links. Daniel, Mr. Phil, I'll send you one. James, if you want to jump on. Steve, I'd offer you one, but I'm sure you're busy with the school run and all, so... And Dot, I don't think you really want to come on, but you'd be more than welcome if you wanted to. Franco, I'm about to send you one. All right. GJ tapped into this previous support now. Now let's see how we react. Got just over a minute and a half until London Open. Amina, no pen, no gain. Exactly, that's how it is. So actually, I'm quite surprised at what I've been lifting as well, to be honest. Reminds me of when I was a young gentleman, which is a long time ago now. Back in those days when we used to lift weights just to show off more than anything. Good to see. There was a lot of chat in the Discord today. I mean, I was about in it for a fair bit. But it's great to chat to you guys. I really enjoy it. So I'll try to do it more often. Also, if you have not joined it yet, the link is down below in the description for the YouTube chat. TikTok, guys, you'll just have to jump across to YouTube, subscribe. You'll find a link to the free Discord group in the description on the YouTube channel. I can't post links in that into TikTok. I don't know why. I don't think they let you. So yeah, so jump across. Mr. Phil, good evening to you. Carl, if I like GJ to come up a little bit more. Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming up a little bit more. Steve, I mate, another few weeks. School run will be over for a while. Nice one. Sure, we'll be looking forward to that. All right, so we've got London Open. I'm not buying gold. It's inside bar candle. There's no real strength to it. I would have wanted to close bullish engulfing to buy it at the moment. So to me, it's just a weak candle against a nice strong move back to the downside. So once again, I still need to wait for more than that. Preferably, but you know, what you want to happen doesn't happen. Really, we have no control of what happens. We just have to wait for our cue. But preferably, I like it for it to come back down to 23.71 first. Bounce off that support and look for the buys lower down. But if it does now, begin to break above the most recent resistance formed on the move to the downside, I feel there could be opportunities to take it back up towards that 23.83. So that's what I'd be waiting for on the gold. And GJ, nothing yet for me. I mean, we're still closing bullish. There's a pretty strong bullish M30, so I'm not going to sell against that. And I'm not interested in buying GJ. Probably not for this session, to be honest. Amina, can I look at NAS? Yes, I can, seeing you asked. All right, so NAS might be a bit difficult to trade today with all the news to come, and that is just... Wow, I thought GU was bad. That is ugly. That is really ugly. Heavy consolidation, but what I can tell you is definitely it's in a massive uptrend. And it is bullish across the board without even worrying about M30, highest point. Technically that's the highest point, not close above it. I would say M30 is still bullish as well. So it's bullish across the board. What you got is the weekly forming a very strong bullish candle. So I'd be looking to see more so in a 30-minute and the 4-hour where we could potentially pull back to form support before we head up. Those levels could provide potential entries if we break them for sell options as well. Daily, previous daily closed bearish, current daily pulling back quite significantly into the previous daily candle. Approaching the high of it, break above it, it's likely going to create another all-time high. It's in price discovery territory. 4-hour just consolidating, heavy consolidation. Marking a high, marking a low, and we will adjust it. So obviously either side of those levels, it's likely going to be options. Just adjust that a little bit, just adjust that. So similar to GU, I'd be waiting for maybe a rejection of this level. So even if it pops up, breaks it, forms the support back within a gray zone, starts to pop below it, that's when I would trust the sells from back below. Otherwise, definitely look for buys above. I would look to enter, it just all depends on the approach, to be honest. Whether I wait for closure above when it's consolidating, I'd rather wait for a closure. Likely going to wait for a closure above and then would look to execute a potential buy option. Now as for further buys, if price does come back down, I'd really want it to come back down to the lows of this 4-hour support to buy it low. So I'd be looking for my triggers within price action to buy it from the support. And if that fails and we start to pop below that level there, I'd probably drag that across. It lines up anyway with the bearish candle wick. So I would say below 18984.16 to be exact is where I'd start to look for sell options on NAS. And it's going to be counter trend, so doesn't necessarily have to pull the way back. It could just pull back, create high low, and then start to flip back bullish. But that's my analysis on NAS at the moment. Very similar to GU. Hopefully that makes sense.
Hey Justin,
How are you, mate?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Nice one. Yeah, all good, bro. All good. What are you looking at today?
Just took a trade earlier. I think it was about 9:30 or something.
Okay. What? Hold on.
On GA.
Yep. What were you taking?
So I took the sell at about 1.97, I think.
1.917?
9171, yeah.
Okay.
9171.
So, was it an impulse entry? Was it? I'm just trying to figure it out.
No, because I had my zone up here, so when the 2-hour close, like.
Oh yeah, the 2-hour.
Yeah. So this one closed. The bearish 2-hour that closed.
Yep.
So this one came back up for the retest. I took it a limit order.
Oh, perfect. All right.
So I took a limit order. So it rejected that zone. Then when it came down here and break the low of this one, it gave me about 22 pips. So
perfect. Nice. Really nice.
Closed the like 80%, and then I think the runner is about to be taken out or something.
Yep. That's nice, Max. I know you trade off the 2-hour, so a little bit different, but it's the same sort of chaos I've been looking for on the M30 or the hourly. So even sometimes at 15. So I like it. I think it's pretty well done. Also, you still had margin for it to. I hadn't yet hit TP. Based off the 2-hour, the target would be this next support at 191.40 roughly. So you still have margin in case it did flip and drop.
The reason why I closed part of it was because it tried to break this low 2 times and it rejected.
Okay.
So I got skeptical about it.
That's all right. It's always good to take some partials along the way.
Because actually that was my target down here, but when it started rejecting this low, it tried to break it, I think like 3 times, then it rejected.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think it's based off the 2-hour. I think it's really nice trade. I think you've done well. So good work. Good way to start the Friday, maybe to end the week if that's going to be your last trade.
This week I have had only 3 trades this week.
Yep.
Two ended up as break evens, and only this one I think yesterday I had a very small win on EJ. Then I took another trade on EJ, but it came back. It stopped me out at break even.
Okay.
And then this one also.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an up and down week, personally. But it's in the blue, which is the main thing. Not by much, but it still is. So, El Camino, hello, Julio. Oh, Julio, g'day, mate. You just joined the Discord today. Welcome. Hope you're well. Veg food lover, Gary Network. No, it's a crypto dot. I was a bit skeptical when he mentioned it. He or she, could be he or she, mentioned it yesterday. I will quickly look at it, but once again, I'm only looking at the high time frame because I would not scalp it. It's got no volume to it, so it's got lots of gaps. I mean, a bit better on OKX. Just quickly, so I think I mentioned yesterday I wanted to remain above this level. I just used the daily and used as the high time frame support and the 4 hour as the entry catalyst. So once again, same thing, man. As long as it remains above really at 2 cent level, I'd just be waiting for my catalyst and price action and buy it. If it starts to pop below that level, then I think it's an option to sell it. And I'll be targeting that 0.014 first, or 2, and then below is at 0.0096. I think it's a different kettle of fish with this type of crypto. So you might wait for, what sort of catalyst would I wait for, to be honest? It's just not showing me nothing. It's just consolidating. So I would not bother so much about going down to lower time frames, the 4 hour maybe. So what I wait for is if we come back down to this level, then what I wait for is a bit of this, and then I buy it. As soon as they start to pop above the consolidation, close above it on the 4 hour, that's when I buy it. Stop loss below the support. Simple. Target, most recent resistance, so target would be 0.024, roughly, 44. And then keep a runner for a longer term target. That's about it. Hopefully it makes sense. But I'd be still bullish on it as long as it remains above that daily support, basically. Alright, back to GJ and the gold. Welcome to you, James.
Morning, Justin.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Sorry I've not been around. Super busy week.
Oh, that's all good. All good, bro. It's been pretty hectic on my end too. Been a tough one on the charts. A lot of things that just move without any confirmation.
Yeah, I've not really been, to be honest, I haven't even been paying any attention to it, really.
Yeah. There's been a heaps of news around as well, so that makes it at times obviously a little bit difficult. See, I'll see how gold closes in the next 4 and a bit minutes.
How are you doing? Did I hear you say you just about managed to get into profit for the week?
Yeah, I got into profit for the week today during Asian session. It was a nice trade, put me into a decent profit, so I'm not probably gonna, even if I take a loss, I'm gonna make sure to manage it so I don't end up in a negative week. But prior to that, it was my worst week in probably this year, to be honest.
I'd like to see
but it
the
wasn't that
percentage
bad.
of traders. I'd like to see the percentage of traders whose worst week is still profit.
Well, if just depends on how this week, this trade goes. Obviously, if I do enter,
Yeah.
But prior to it,
But
yesterday, I took a trade Wednesday. That was about just under 1% loss. Yesterday, grabbed a cheeky 9.2 pips or something on gold, and then lost like 7.5, half a position on GJ, and the rest was break even. So that day ended in a small profit, like 0.2%. 0.5% or something, 0.3. And today's trade was just, I just closed the whole thing at 15 pips. So that put me back into about, I think around half a percent. So better than nothing. So we'll see.
Most people blow accounts in their worst weeks.
Yeah, well, I used to. No, I've done that back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago. Multiple accounts in my worst weeks. But it's all good. I mean, the good thing is, even the trades that did end up being losses, well, 1.5 trades, but they were planned, so it was nothing forced or untoward. Wasn't anything I had a FOMO or anything like that. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, following your rules.
Just watching gold now.
Hey, good morning, Justin.
Franco, good morning. How are you, brother?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, it's okay. So very difficult week for trading, so especially on GU.
Yeah, GU has just been absolute trash.
No, pretty much not so good.
No, just consolidating. I mean, now it's starting to move a little bit, but still, first move out consolidation, not for me.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So I think how you marked the chart this morning, it was the same as I did. So
okay,
really waiting until we leave these zones for clear direction.
I agree. There's just nothing really in between.
No.
All right, gold. I'm likely going to set limit order. Back when I have that bearish candle. And at this rate, it's probably going to be my last trade for the week. So the high of that is 23.77.73 on IC markets. Oh, James, man, yesterday I got within a point of being triggered into a 0 drawdown trade, which ran for like a decent amount of pips before it pulled back. It was, saw the green man light up. I saw the green light light up on my terminal.
I hate that. You see the.
And it went without me.
Not good.
And then I got done not long after.
Oh, bro.
Oh man, it happens.
They're the ones that hit TP1 within 3 seconds.
Yeah, basically. That's pretty much what it did. It got so close.
No wick on it?
What's that?
Is that closed with no wick?
Yeah, pretty much. It's popped up. It doesn't have a great deal of volume right now. MK, check out GJ. Yeah, it's nothing for me right now. To be honest, I'd rather it pop up. I really would rather it pop up higher and reject. Because if it rejects now, you don't really have the margin, so I'd rather just look for a sell upon continuation below the current day's low. But this is what I'm looking at, guys. But if it flips now and starts to move a bit, I'm not going to bother with it. I'll wait for the 30-minute closure. Julio, it's 3 AM. Oh, wow. Nice one. Thank you for jumping across from TikTok to YouTube. Maybe some of the others have jumped across because there's not that many on TikTok just yet. The last few days I've had more viewers on TikTok, I think.
How's it been this week?
The viewers, it's been alright. YouTube's stuck at like 50, 55. Like, it just gets stuck at that level right now. I'm not sure why. But TikTok's been up around this, gets up to around 60.
Oh really? I didn't realise it would be more. I would have thought it would be much less.
Right now it is. There's only a few on there. But I have no idea how it all works with TikTok, to be honest.
We're a bit too old for TikTok, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. Completely. I still struggle getting my head around YouTube half the time. But yeah, it's easier. It's definitely easier, and they're not strict with it all. Goats, you're over on TikTok. Nice one. Are you watching on both? That's great if you are. That's commitment. All right. So I'm risking less than half of what I would usually trade right now. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm not in just yet. It's approaching it. Approaching that level. Now, had it been the M30 for no upper week, I'd probably be a bit put off by it. Still no. Now I'm gonna move my stop loss. Actually, I don't know why I've got it set there. That's it. So it's pretty much where it is just now. Chris, are you looking at market execution or limit order? I'm looking at limit order. So I've got my limit order set 2377.73. Green man lit up, but again, not triggered in. So is he going to do the same shit as yesterday? What are the odds? Happened twice in 2 days. What would be the odds? If it is the case, it's just saying to me, don't trade again. Just call it.
That's a sign if that happens, I think.
It would be.
It's a sign that this week is finished with you.
Basically. It was a tough one as is, so we'll see. Still could tag me in. It's getting close, so
tomorrow, want you today.
all right, Goldie, what are you gonna do? Surely it's gonna tag me in now. Green light is on, and I'm in. So I'm in. Let's see. Entry at 2377.70 was where I got treated in. All right. Let's see. Would be the final trade for the week. We'll see. Goats will go to 2390. Would be nice. Be happy for it just gets TP1 on a Friday, to be honest, especially in a P day. It's a nice early trade, so there's plenty of time. I think it's okay to trade around this time of day. Gold, closer to the MY session, I would not bother. It's going to start in anticipation, going a bit bananas. But we shall see. Julio, red sensor, nice one.
Are you on as normal next week?
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, we'll be.
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna say
I've been
there's.
around for a while.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's public holiday or something. Monday,
No,
if that
no.
was the case.
I think we're done with those, aren't we?
No idea from your guys' perspective. I think it's a public holiday here Monday, actually. Pretty sure. I think it's King's birthday, public holiday. Even if it's probably not his birthday though, is it? I don't understand. It's all different times of year in different countries, Commonwealth countries. So, pretty sure it's what the public holiday here is on Monday. Alright? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely don't.
Yeah, I'll be on though, nonetheless.
No volume in Australia anyway, is it?
Not much. No, not the best of times. There's only 20 million of it, 25 million or something of it, so Sydney session I think is the quietest.
25, that's the population of Australia, is 25 million.
Yeah, and half of it reside on the east coast, between Melbourne and Sydney, basically the two main cities.
That's insane when you think the population of London is 10 million.
Yeah, exactly.
That's mad.
And how small is it?
Oh, bro. No idea.
But in comparison to
10 million people.
Yeah, but in comparison to Melbourne, Melbourne's a massive city. It's just, I mean, it's not as dense, as densely populated as, you know, obviously some of the major cities like London and some of the Asian cities and that. Yeah, well, obviously the Western, the European cities, America. Alright, gold. What are you doing? Go back. Alright, as far as trade management on this one, tough one when, to be honest, the only technical level we really have is the previous 15 low. We've got a 5-minute breaking low of a bullish candle. But to be honest, I'm just holding it for the time being. I'm not bothered by it. Cry? Yeah, it's just something different. I've changed a few of the... I've just adapted to the market conditions a bit. Yeah, the entries now are more based off limit orders. Not so much the style, just some of the entries. Yeah, it's more so the catalysts still remain the same. It's just the way I'm getting involved has changed a little bit. Still look for continuation trades as well, but I like getting involved on pullback for like a cheaper, at a discounted price, or if I'm selling it more expensive price. Alright, this thing's really pulling back.
Yeah, I closed my trade. For me, it's coming to.
Yeah, that's fair enough. To be honest, if I didn't have such a small entry, I probably would have closed a fair part of it by now. I'm pretty much watching my terminal just to see if it's going to go into the negative for a week. I'm just going to close it if it gets back to that entry. Kane, haven't been trading in close to a year. C-Trader is so good. I've never used C-Trader.
Yeah, I've used C-Trader. It's actually it's better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used it.
It's better from the perspective of it's more professional, I would say, and it has better systems, but it's clunkier than MT5.
Okay. I've seen it, screenshots of it and that, but I've never actually used it. There you go, silence is called a signal. Good to have you in the stream, my friend. Haven't seen you for the past few days. You've been quiet, but nonetheless, thank you for being a number on the stream. I would have thought you popped off and done your own stream by now, to be honest, my friend.
I was going to say, was that genuine or sarcastic?
It's just a little bit of sarcasm, but it's all good. He's making up numbers, so if he wants to try to be a smartass, I really couldn't give a shit.
That's such a pointless comment. I hate that kind of thing.
It's all good. Yeah, it's not looking the greatest, guys. I'm going to close half. That's in a fair bit of drawdown. 22. So we'll see. Good morning to you, Tommy. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. Not sure if you want. Not sure if you want a link. Not sure how long I'm going to be on for, to be honest. Being a Friday. Got a busy morning? All good. Katie, been trying it for a week now. I might have a look at it actually. It does. I know it looks a lot better than MetaTrader. Is prehistoric. It's clunky. I still can't work it out, especially drawing tools and that. It's a real pain in the ass. Marking up a chart on MetaTrader.
Gtrade is clunkier than MT5 though, I would say.
Oh really?
But it has more features. The thing I found really useful is it gives you your P&L at your TP and your stop loss.
Okay.
With your exact monetary value at each level.
Oh, interesting.
I like that. I think you can set, I think it's got some of the magic keys things. So I think you can set close half at X, close a quarter at X.
Oh, okay.
I think someone might correct me on the chat who knows more than me, but I think it's got that.
Interesting.
Yeah,
you're right, James. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Nice one. I might suss it out. Is it easier to draw charts on C-Trader? Yeah, this is
right when I was using it.
This isn't great, guys.
Yeah, you can also draw some things. So there's a list there which you can select. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use it that much often. I use TradingView. Yeah, because you know it. So that's the point.
Yeah, I'm just so used to TradingView, to be honest. Though I don't like MetaTrader, actual charting and that. Silent? I do. Put my hand up. I trade it. Julio? Calm. It's all good because it's fine. I don't mind taking this loss. Like I said, I'm gonna end my week. To be honest, right now I'm like maybe 0.1 in a profit. I'm just gonna close it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm done.
If you look on the M30, Justin, I think it's
broken a lot of previous.
Right now,
yeah,
pointing down.
So I've closed it. It's probably gonna head back up, just because I've closed it. But it is what it is. What can I do? It happens, and I'm allowed to take a loss. Being well behaved. for the best part of 2 and a bit months on the stream. So we all take losses. Nothing you can do about it. It's all part of trading. If you can't handle it, you should not trade.
I'm sure Silent used to say actually useful, helpful things, and now just comes on to just like
Oh, he's a legend, isn't he?
chat rubbish.
The genius, but he won't stream for himself. So
I don't get it.
I don't know why you're here, to be honest, my friend. But again, you make up numbers, so don't go anywhere. But start your own stream.
Also, is that not just a waste of time? I understand if you're coming here to be productive, but if you're just coming here to say stuff like that, you're literally wasting your own time.
Oh, it's a complete waste of time. We've got nothing better to do, to be honest. To me, people like that, just the scum of the earth, to be honest. Absolute scum. But am I going to worry about him? Not at all. Corey, I believe the best part of using C-Trader, you don't need to pay TradingView anymore. Don't need to pay. You mean for the pro version? I don't use it, to be honest, the pro version. Conspirator, it's all good. I really couldn't give a shit what he says. Chris, I took a huge loss yesterday, 100 pip part of trading. It is, it's all part of trading. Once again, I saw another streamer yesterday when I was on the charts. So it wasn't trading agent session, but I wanted to suss it out because I thought about maybe occasionally trading agent session. And I'm not joking, man. I am not joking. He was in a gold sell from literally here. And he rode it all the way up, like, I don't know, it was a couple hundred pip drawdown or something. Well over 100. So it's all part of it. Just because we're streaming doesn't mean we're professionals or anything. Yeah, we're comfortable and confident in what we do, but we take losses just the same. So if I'm not allowed to take a loss and Silent thinks I'm just a shit trader and to do the total opposite, then there's no point being here if that's what you're thinking. Because it's all part of it. You're going to take losses. Everyone takes losses. No matter who your favorite streamer is, they're all going to take losses, and they're full of shit if they don't. So that's just part of it. It is what it is.
If I was an amazing trader, I wouldn't be sitting here watching you. I'd be out.
No, exactly.
I'd be out going getting coffee in my Lamborghini.
100%, wouldn't you? 100%. You wouldn't even. Nah, you know what to do.
I wouldn't bother.
Well, that's it. And the majority of people come here because they want the community. Because it's boring. It's bloody boring if you're training by yourself. And you're likely going to do something stupid also if you're training by yourself. Because you get bored. So you're thinking, alright, I'm sitting in front of the charts. Let's go to the casino. It's a bit like that. That's what it can come down to. But if you're actually training in amongst the group, it's a different story. It's a totally different story. You might hold off. It's that herd mentality as well. You might take a trade that loses, but you have to accept it. It's not financial advice. If you're willing to take the risk and you agree with what I'm seeing, up to you. How you manage it, up to you. Conspira? Well, Silent was the king of price action, apparently. He mentioned last week. So, yeah, I don't know. But he has to come to our stream. So, go figure. That's all good. I don't mind you being here. I don't know if you're being a smartass. It doesn't rub me the wrong way, mate. I really couldn't give a shit. At the end of the day, I really could not give a shit. Because once again, I'm just doing me. I'm calling it as I see it. If you want to take a trade and get involved, up to you guys. But I'm not held responsible for a loss. And I'm allowed to take a loss. We all take losses. I'm sure you take plenty of losses too. GJ back at support. I still think gold is good for to go up if it breaks that resistance. And this had no upper wick, so maybe that was one of the issues. No range on the falling candle. It melted, but still, if it was the M30, I wouldn't have taken it. For that fact, that it would have had no upper wick, and there would have been not much margin for it to pull up to, potentially. But it was the 15 minutes, and the M30 is still open, so the M30 could still do its thing. Maybe it was just, my plan was for it to pull back, grab more liquidity, and bounce back up, close a strong bullish candle. It's obviously not done so. So it is what it is. Silent, none of us are on your train level, my friend. None of us. We're all just waiting for you to start your own stream though, so we can see what you call things, my friend. And then have a bit of a go when you take a loss.
Or you can just put some analysis on the...
Exactly, I don't see the guy.
And there's never any analysis,
No,
pre-analysis.
it's just always if you take a loss, yeah, I told you. And if it's a win, nice one. I got in 2 hours before, or... This doesn't show shit though, does it? Silent, silent, silent. Gotta love it. Alright, GJ just bouncing. I think it's been a pretty tough week in general as well, to be honest. It's, again, like I said, because I was wondering, is it just me? And I did scope around some of the other streams, and like I've seen some of the other guys were the same, taking more losses than wins. So, again, we just trade it as we see it. We call it as we see it. We're not geniuses. We don't have 100% strike rates. No one does. That's all clickbait if anyone claims to. This is not true. But you have your weeks. Silent, I'm sure you do. So why do you need to be here then? You think I haven't done that? You think I didn't do that for the best part of 2-3 years back during COVID when I had nothing to do? What do you think I do on the weekend after I literally out all day helping the family? What do you think I do when I come back? I test things out, man. I'm constantly looking at the charts. If I take a loss, I analyze it. I look at it. Why? So you're not the only one who's putting in the hours. You're not the only one putting the effort. It takes time. Trading, honestly, you do need to put in the time, the effort, but you gotta have your moments. And if you tell me you never ever have a bad day or two, then mate, you can just go and yourself, in all honesty, because it happens. And you're full of shit if you say no. Absolutely full of shit. Carl F, all good. All good, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate the support. Still think buyers lower down, but it just depends on the time, to be honest, because the longer it takes to get there, I'd just be writing it off completely. I will not bother because of obviously news to come. Chriso, no, I do Tuesday and Wednesday with the free Discord. So that's just a Zoom call for the members, so do join. Xpiro, JJ looking interesting. Not for me, I wouldn't be looking to buy it today, to be honest. I'd be interested in only sell options on GJ. The way the current weekly is forming quite a strong bearish candle. Also, you got daily counter probabilities to the downside. So based off all that, I just will not be keen on buying it. The only time I consider buying it is once it's flipped structure in the M30, but at that point there, it's going to push quite a distance. So I would not be on the chart for it, to be honest. So I'd rather just look for the sell option. And that's simply what I'd be looking at. So majors went up, but it looks like it's the back of the news yesterday. So the ECB cut interest rates, interestingly enough, but they have said that doesn't mean it's not a scheduled thing moving forward. They're gonna just depending on the data for each meeting, but they're saying that inflation is still being very stubborn, so they're not likely to continue to cut moving forward anytime soon. So I think EU bounced a little bit off the back of that. It's part of the game. I'm getting losses. I would normally not let my trade go into that much drawdown, to be honest, but I had such a small entry. Because the last thing I want to do on a Friday is just end the week in a negative after being in some profit on the Friday. It's a lesson I learned the hard way years back. I've told you guys a story. I learned it really hard way. So there's no point on a Friday. For me, it's just a chill day. If you do trade it on like a quarter of your normal lot size, to be honest. That's what I'd be doing. Silent.
We get all this trading rubbish. How was your gym session today?
How was the gym? No gym session today. Don't have time for it on a Friday. But I'm in absolute agony from the last few days. Feeling. I'm not as young as what I used to be, and I'm lifting weights like trying to, like I used to, because I want to put on a few kilos, but it's working. Up the protein intake, on creatine again. Just started. I've finished the first week of it, so now it should be in the bloodstream, so in the system, feeling the benefits. I think creatine's great. I love creatine. It definitely helps. Yeah, so it's going well. It's going really well. Chest is killing me. The arms are killing me. I did arms and chest yesterday.
With creatine, I did that thing that everyone does where they hear one side effects and they go, "No, I'm never doing that."
Oh, lots of hair loss. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I heard that and I thought, nah, I'm okay.
Yeah, it is. That they say that's the one one real side effect. Otherwise, they say it's one of the best supplements you can have. It's good for your organs. It's good for many things. But I would still only cycle it. To be honest, I would not just take it forever. To be honest, just in case, you don't know. Maybe if you have some underlying liver problem that you don't know of, that could have bad effects. So I'm not sure, to be honest. But yeah, I just cycle it. But I don't have to worry about the hair loss thing. So it's well gone. It's not coming back. Silent? Of course I can, for you. It'll make you happy.
Silent's back to being funny. Stick with the funny stuff, Silent, please.
How about this, Silent? Join as a member of the YouTube stream, of the YouTube channel, and I'll do just a members only stream for you. I'll make it a private stream just for me and you. I'll do it without my t-shirt on. How's that sound, man? You can probably do it now too. Honestly. Early morning comedy for the man. I would love to add some fitness stuff, to be honest. I really would. But again, I just feel like a dickhead filming everything at the gym.
I've been filming myself recently and you just feel like such a knob.
Oh mate, I honestly, I hate it. The few times I do some IG stories where I was just talking into the camera, I felt so bloody, it just does not feel natural. It really doesn't. I even have trouble when I record stuff, to be honest, because half the time it doesn't feel natural. But
The only good thing is in the gym, everybody's doing, well, I say everybody, more people are doing it now.
yeah, not in my gym. I've seen a few.
I really,
I've seen one. He definitely must be an influencer because he was jacked. I'm pretty sure he'd be on steroids though. He was in like the yoga room, and it's got a fair amount of weights in there. So I like to I like to actually sneak into that room when it's not being used, because it's not as busy. There's usually no one in there. It's got mirrors everywhere, and he was on TikTok live or something. I think he was IG live. Pop off, flexing, talking about his cutting cycle and all that.
I do respect the ability to do that. The confidence.
Oh
just
mate, I know.
Not worry about anybody else.
Oh mate, I know. I've had this conversation over in Thailand before at a club, watching some foreigners just dancing like they could not give a fuck. Honestly. Looking like absolute knobs. Like there's no way you do it back in your own country because you just look like an idiot. Everyone's looking at him. I'm thinking, but you know what? Good on him, because I would not have the balls to do it.
I would never do it. I'm so bad at stuff like that.
No, I would not have the balls to do it, honestly. I'd rather just sit there and laugh, but at the same time, yeah, I'm thinking good on him. Good on him.
Yeah,
They're living their life. They're having fun, not giving a shit.
yeah.
So at times I wish I could be more like that, just not give a shit. But I can't. I really can't. So it's the same with the gym. If I was to walk around there filming, I just feel like an idiot. I feel like people are gonna be looking at you like, well, Mr. Hotshot probably knows nothing about what he's talking about though.
Also, do you think if you're talking at the same time, that's very different? When I'm only filming for my own progress purposes, whereas if you're actually talking,
Yeah, exactly. If it's for your own progress, I think it's easy. But especially if you're actually working out, like if you're in the middle of a set and you're trying to explain this is the squeeze you need or whatever, in mind muscle connection, all that crap, I reckon it put me off completely.
Yeah.
Completely. So it would be fun. Maybe you do some nutritional advice. How to cook the best hand-seared salmon in the world. Without doubt, it is the best. It's number one. Been trying my hand at barramundi of late, whitefish, and that's pretty good too.
Hey, I remember you saying.
It's a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, because I would say all the advice around how the nutrition is pretty uninteresting at the moment. It's kind of like,
To be honest,
all the food's quite the same.
I think, again, it all comes down to habit, because you get used to eating quite clean. You actually enjoy it. It's not bland like everyone thinks.
I don't understand how it has that reputation. I love it.
What's that?
I don't understand how like good food has the reputation for being bland.
No, it
I
doesn't.
love it. It's so good.
It doesn't. All you do is chuck on some garlic and or some chili or something, salt and pepper. That's something my secret go-to is
Paprika
cayenne
on
pepper.
everything.
What's that?
Paprika on absolutely everything.
Paprika. Yeah, I chuck cayenne pepper on everything.
Oh yeah.
That's my little secret. Is it a bit of a kick? But yeah, I get so used to it, honestly, man. Like I can easily, I go to 7-Eleven, grab a coffee in the morning, and I've obviously got conveniently stationed next to it the Krispy Kreme donuts and all that stuff, cookies and muffins, and nearly every time I'm in there, whoever's next to me is picking one of those out, and to me, it's not even tempting one bit.
Yeah, that is when you know you've come far when you don't even actually want to. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just not tempted whatsoever. So it's a good tactic though. Obviously, you get all the tradies coming in.
Yeah, they love that kind of stuff, don't they?
So I know you love my bald head. Caspiro, EUGU, it's a major swing point. Keep keen to see what NFP does for direction. Yeah, it all leads to that, to be honest. Still,
Yeah, I feel like GU is running out of steam on the buys a little bit. On the daily.
daily.
Super long,
Yeah,
super
it
long
is.
term. Would never trade that particular thing, but just if you look at the last 3 weeks on the daily chart, it just looks like it's struggling to push up.
Complete, and it looks like a mess. It's completely strong. It looks like an absolute mess on the 4-hour and M30. Absolute mess. Yeah, to be honest, the only time I let my, I was gonna say my hair down, but I don't have any of that to let down, is when I'm over in Thailand as far as food. But I just enjoy it. I don't really tend to give a shit as much. But you do lose shape. You definitely lose some shape. Muscle memory though. What's that?
It seems all quite natural out there though, at least.
Yeah, but they do use a fair bit of oil, to be honest.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
No, I
A lot of
find
sugar.
drinking's the big thing. If I can get through, if I can just not drink for a while, that's super helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I haven't had a drink of alcohol since I've been back from Thailand, so that's 3 months now, almost 3 months. Yeah,
Wow.
next week.
Well played, that's good going.
Again, for me, it's easy. I don't get hooked. I don't have one of those personalities where I get just addicted to things. Because whilst I was there, it was nearly at least every day a beer. And yeah, we had, 2-3 day break here and there. And it wasn't every time I drank, it was shit faced. It was literally a couple of beers for dinner or something. It's just so easy to do because the weather's perfect for it.
That's the thing, in the sun, it's just not drinking, it's just so much harder.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot more tempting to drink. And it's cheaper there too, the beers. But light ring's cheaper there. Okay, heaps of sugar. Yeah, there is. It's heaps of sugar, heaps of just flavors in general. There's heaps of sugar, heaps of chili, heaps of salt too. Not so much I mean, the sauces are full of sodium. There's a lot of flavors, that's for sure. Heaps of flavors. It's good food, but yeah, it's not the greatest for you. Gold dropped to 23.69. What's it doing? Well, that was my original plan for the Asian session analysis that I sent into Discord. The trade earlier though that was a really nice one. Once it broke its own law again, it was just off to the races. But it looks like it could come down to 23.71. So assuming you're in a sell, silent for that, you get banned, my friend. That's just a stupid comment. I can't. It's stupid emoji things in a way. You're gone, my friend. That's just a really stupid comment. No need for any of that, honestly. That someone made a little comment today by accident. I know it was accident, so I know I'm not going to mention names because you know who you are. And I quickly just made them aware not to. Those sort of comments aren't appreciated. But I know when you meant, like, you didn't mean it that way. It's a different story. But what someone just said there was just, that's not on, my friend. We respect everyone is equal in this chat, on his channel. Men, ladies, gender unspecified, if that's what you like to go by, that's up to you. I'm not here to judge anyone. Trust me, when you live in Thailand, or when you spend a lot of time in Thailand, you become so used to seeing things that you don't even flinch. Some of the nicest people I've met are actually ladyboys, and that's not a word of lie. So some of them are really nice. They're funny too, really funny. Just don't want to get in the wrong side of them for obviously for a few different reasons, but they're very strong too. So got the mentality of a feisty lady with the testosterone of a man. So combined, they're quite dangerous. I've seen him whack the crap out of a big foreigner, completely putting him on his ass completely, and he bloody deserved it too.
Where was he from?
America.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't want to pay his bill at a bar. Started to walk out. He had a dispute with his it was in a bar next to us, and my brother's mate owned the bar next to that one. We overheard some sort of argument and went outside, and 2 seconds later, bang. Down he went like a sack of shit. It was quite funny, to be honest. So the police come, and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have gotten in any trouble, and I mean, good on her. Good on her. Mr. Ben Chamberlain, how are you, buddy? I know you've been flat out. I know you got a big weekend, so great to see you. Hope you're well, brother. Xpira, love to live in Thailand. Been there once, it was beautiful. Training time is good too. Yeah, training time is much better.
What time is London session in Thailand?
Right now, 2 p.m.
So open is at 1.
Yeah, well, stream would have started around 12:30. So it opens at 2 p.m. So right now it's 3 p.m.
Okay.
I'll make the move down. So there you go. Esther, you got your wish. It's not a bad move, but I was not going to take it. That's a really good move, actually. Shit. You can learn something. Weak bullish closure at a previous support. Not that great deal of margin, but you still had some margin below it. Not gonna melt now. Oh well, missed it, but all good. I wouldn't have taken it anyway. One trade on Friday is more than enough. So hopefully some of you are in it. Ben, yeah, all good, brother. Just been another long day. Tough week on the charts. Very tough week on the charts. I think I'd be in a bit of a negative, to be honest, but it is what it is. All in all, it's been a really good year to date. So tough start to May though, and this thing is shitting the bed. Wow. Esther, please tell us you're still in this. Please tell us you're still in it. JJ making that pull back once again. I'm not interested in buying JJ. Getting a bit close to NFB. Yeah, it's still a fair way off, but I mean, this could be something to do with what might come out. I'm not sure unless there's some breaking news. I'm not sure, Julio, if that is news. Is there movement on majors in general? There is. All the majors taking a bit of a dump, so maybe, so it's obviously strength by the looks of it in the US dollar. It could be something to do with what might come out later, who knows. We don't know, my friend. If I had routers, I probably would know, but I think that subscription's like over 1,000 US a month. That's nuts. But that gives you the information for the news, like, I don't know what it is, it's 5 seconds or something before it's filtered through. And obviously some trades use that to their advantage. Yeah, that is a huge move. Oh, is what it is. Paul, do I just scalp? Pretty much, yeah. Sudai. That's what I'm calling Sudai Raman. Buy or sell. Right now it's nothing. That was your sell. What are we in June? June's usually a bit of a tricky month. June, July, August. I think from memory, was it last year? I think August, September were really good for me, but they're rather slow.
Yeah, I always have good summer months.
Yeah, maybe the opportunities aren't as prevalent, maybe they're few and far between, but
I also think it's what you're doing outside of trading, so I spend less time in the charts and something.
Yeah, you're probably mentally in a better space too, because the weather or sunshine and that. Yeah, I think so.
The less time you spend on charts, the better you do.
True. That's something I always preach. Conspirator, look at daily time frame for bias or both, to be honest. And today, looking at gold, it's a big sell-off, so back in that resistance. So if there's one thing I've learned from this week, it's limit orders aren't working within a range. I think they might be best kept for leaving a range. So when you're looking for a sell out of up below support or buy above resistance. But if it's within the range, maybe you just look better off looking for the continuation after you've got your catalyst candle.
Wait for the break of the high.
Yeah, break of the high. So in this case, this counter actually pulled back. The candle I got triggered in on. And seeing the other candle no upper wick, but this candle popped up first. And then if it broke again after creating its lower wick, that's the better entry in this case. That's in my opinion, what I'm seeing is what you should probably be doing.
Gold. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's just completely shit in bed. So it could be to do with what's to come. Definitely could be to do with that. I kind of wish I didn't ban Silent right now, because he probably would have said he's just secured 150 pips. I would have loved to have seen it. I'm sure he did, of course. Yeah, the guy never loses. Never. Yeah, mate, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt you. Maybe another issue is also, I recognize, I think this is the third trade right now, that the candle, the bullish candle, closes without
upper wick. Yep.
Yeah, and this is also some
happened yesterday, didn't
indicator
it?
maybe to be a little bit
cautious
shy to take. Yeah, cautious. Yeah, sorry, to not take such a trade maybe.
No, it's something to consider. I think it was similar yesterday.
I mean GJ.
Yeah, I had a tiny upwork, but not much.
Correct, Justin. Yeah, again, yeah, it was correct. It was a little.
No, this is the one that didn't tag me in actually. Yesterday, got within 0.1. I don't know how it didn't tag me in. This was the next one. It was based off the hourly. But how it popped up first, broke the high of the previous, then popped back down. That was a tiny loss though, because I closed half a break even in the end. Half like minus 7.5 or 8. And had I been again all emotional about and all that, and today going stuff, I'm just taking my full risk, then it would have been a really shit week. Because that would have been a pretty bad loss, to be honest. That one on gold. But by no means do I go all out on a Friday. Ever since that one day, I just don't do it. I'm worth it. Last thing I want to do is to have that same feeling of a weekend after blowing how much percent it was on one stupid decision on Friday. Try to chase a specific target. So I learned my lesson from that particular day. Julio, that's a massive move. So over 200 pips, so it's a big move. Spirit G daily candle closed week bearish yesterday, and current daily's flipping bullish, making bottom wick, might continue up. Yeah, but it's broke a lot of the previous, so to be honest, again, I would not look for the buys until it actually breaks its own high and flips 30-minute structure at the same time. That's when I start to trust it. Actually, it's not going to flip structure. The structure's not going to flip until these highs. Not flipping any structure, but the daily counter probabilities, lower high, lower low, really, if it was to continue bearish, respect resistance formed at the current daily high. If it starts to close above it, then there's a good chance it will pull back further. That's how I'd be playing it. Tommy, all good? To do with TikTok today has been, ever since the start, there's been no one on there.
I'm off, champ. I'll see you.
All
see you
good.
next Monday. See you on Monday.
No worries, brother. You have a good one. Appreciate it.
Champ, enjoy your weekend.
Have a good weekend. Cheers, man. I think I'm gonna head off too, to be honest, because there's I'm done for the week. Not a great way to end a tough week. What is what it is.
Yeah,
A very
it's
tough
very
week.
difficult this week. Absolutely, Justin.
Yeah, and it could be because a lot of news about, so it makes it at times a little bit unpredictable. But it is what it is. So we
But I think
try.
the important thing is in these circumstances, if you are not losing, I think you win at the end.
Yeah,
So,
I would end it. Looking at now, I'm going to end in a small drawdown for the week.
yeah, but okay,
So-
it's very small at the end. So
But again, it's exactly, it's nothing, absolutely nothing to worry about. So all good. I gave it a go. I was accepting of the risk, and it is what it is. But we all take losses. It's part of the game. But Conspiro, rest in peace, God. But yeah, I know. Look at that. It's there would be some got stuck in that for sure, and some would have got slipped on their stop loss as well, because that moved with some volume. So all good. But yeah. But just some housekeeping before I go. First of all, if anyone has not yet joined the free Discord group from the YouTube, you guys know what to do. Link is down below in the description. Secondly, I appreciate all the support yet again, even when the times are tough. It happens. You guys are still there, so that's the main thing. We move on together. We all learn from things, from, you know, even the bad trades, or not necessarily bad trades, but trades that don't work. You know, in line with they were in line with the plan, but they just don't work. We learn from it. That's the important thing. So, an learning experience again for me as well this week. I hope you guys have learned a fair thing or two from it as well. If you could hit the like button way out, it'd be much appreciated. For this weekend trade recap, I will try my best. If not, I will upload something. I'll upload something. I'm not sure if it'll be a trade recap. I really don't know if I've got the time. I've got a massive day tomorrow. So I just have no time. I'm not going to have much time, to be honest. But yeah, otherwise, Monday, same time, same place. Well, earlier, 6:30 roughly. And until then, guys, Franco, Mr. Phil, thank you for joining.
wish you a nice weekend, Justin.
You too, my friend. Wow, look at gold.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Bye bye.
See you, mate. And to the rest of you, YouTube, TikTok, you guys have a good one, go well, and I will see you next week. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Nice weekend, Justin.
Cheers, mate. Bye bye.